Good morning, it's Barbara. It is not lovely outside, but I'm going out anyway. My mint is flowering. Look how great my mint is doing. It's flowering though. I think I am. Oh, and there's a butterfly on the flowers. Well, maybe if butterflies are loving the mint flowers, maybe I'll not worry about it. But I'm thinking I'm going to pick myself a bouquet of mint flowers for my house. Won't that be lovely? And they'll smell divine. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. When I was trying to decide if I was coming out here or not, it was not sunny, and I thought, why not? And then the sun came out, and I thought, oh, but the sun's out, it's going to be hot, and now the sun went back in. So anyway, it'll be coming and going, I suspect. Good morning. Another close day. I did not water my outdoor things that need a hose yesterday. I did water these, but I think I had watered them before I even talked to you. So I have to get the hose out today because otherwise those beautiful plants that I planted that Aura bought me will die. And so I really have to do that. I've got a sunstreak right down my nose. Some of them are not doing fabulous. Well, you know, not enough water isn't going to help them. But what I'm hoping for is that they'll do well enough, the roots will take, that they'll come back in better next year, because everything I planted out there is a perennial. So that's my hope, even if they don't get gorgeous and glorious this summer. I mean, I think if they were going to do that, they would have shown some sign of that, right? We shall see, but I am watering. My hand is back to normal. See those knuckles? They were just fruit. So that's good news. All back to normal. I actually have a few things to tell you today. I made a note. I haven't made a note of what I wanted to talk about on the vlog, and I can't even tell you how long. Which means that half the time the things I think, oh, I'll mention this, and then I forget. So I decided I would jot down the things I could think of, just to make sure that I let you know. I did some research yesterday, and I ended up talking to the lady at the county courthouse in Center County who's in charge of probating wills. And good news, you guys were right. It's not going to be a big deal because I don't even have to probate the will. Daddy's will is the first of my parents to go, is an easy process for me as the executor, because everything they have, they owned jointly. Or for my father's like retirement, personal retirement accounts, my mother is the direct beneficiary. So everything that Daddy owns goes to Mama, period, end of story. And everything, every asset, you know, I guess they don't really care about personal stuff. He had nothing going to specific people other than Mama. Mama gets everything. So because of that, and they're married, I don't even have to probate the will. So that's nice. When Mama goes, that's going to be a nightmare. I can just tell. But this first thing I have to do is relatively easy. So basically all I have to do is pay all his bills and inform everybody, and you know, move any financial assets to Mama. So that was very good news. And you guys told me that, and I appreciate your advice, and it turned out to be correct. So that's nice. So all I have to do is tell people and pay the bills. And can't tell people till I get the death certificate, which should be soon, at least by Monday. I mean, they might just hand them to me at the service. And let people know. John and Jenny have cleared out the apartment. They worked like dogs. I am so grateful for all their hard work. Oh my gosh. And they called me yesterday and said, can you contact Harmony and let them know they can have the apartment? So we are out of Daddy's apartment. One of the consequences of all this is their phone number goes away. My mother doesn't have a phone. And so their phone number that they've had forever goes away. I guess they got that phone number when we moved to the farm when I was a junior in high school. So that feels a little bad. But John doesn't need another phone number, and, you know, so anyway. So their phone number that everybody has memorized forever is gone. Kind of. Those are the little things, you know, that kind of, get you. Like me taking my alarm off my phone to remind me if I'm going to call the parents. Now's a good time. Those are the little things that kind of get you, you know. So anyway, but they really worked hard. Oh, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We got the link to his obituary on the funeral home page, you know, so his internet obituary, and that's really all they do anymore. They put in a death notice in the local paper, and then they send them to the website. So I ended up having some sweet little conversations. After Dennis went in, we were done. It was like 9:30, so I started texting people at 9:30. Nobody cares about texts at 9:30, right? And, you know, sending them a link to the obituary. And it ended up, you know, I was reading the news on my phone, but I ended up in these lovely little text conversations with, and of course, these are all people I love or good friends and family. And it was just really, you know, I was tired by 10:30 and I went to bed. I said, I just really had a lovely, you know, hour or two, and I'm just texting lovely little conversations with people. You know, it was just nice. It was just really, really nice. So that was a surprise, but really, really lovely, and made my night. I hate to say this, and maybe I shouldn't say it because I'm going to jinx myself, but I have been sleeping really pretty well lately. I haven't had a really bad night in a long time, except for the night my dad died, which didn't count as not sleeping well, you know what I mean. So, yeah. So that was a lovely way to spend my evening. And I had a nice long conversation with a friend I haven't talked to in quite a while, and organized a girls' weekend in August, which is going to be fun with, you know, my friends who I haven't seen forever. And I'm a terrible communicator. If they don't watch my vlog, they don't know anything about me because I don't call. I'm bad. I'm so bad. But anyway, that was fun. So I had a nice long conversation with her and caught up with her a little bit, and I made a plan for August. And that means we picked also, so I contacted the kids because, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, we can, I can come. I put it on the calendar. I'll let the kids know. That won't mess up my week. You know, I don't think they picked the weeks yet. And I look at the calendar, so it's going to be Friday the 9th through Sunday the 11th. Well, Dennis's birthday's the 10th. I'm like, hey, sweetie, you don't care if I'm not here for your birthday, do you? No. I'm like, okay, good. You know, and then I text the kids saying, because, of course, both of my granddaughters have birthdays in August. So I texted them and said, I just booked a girls' weekend from the 9th to the 11th. What are your plans for the girls' birthdays? I forgot to ask about that before I did that. And they're like, we haven't made a plan. And I said, well, I can pick if you want to assign me the week of the, 11th through the whatever, I can pick the girls up on my way home because our girls weekend is in the Poconos, and I'll be coming close, kind of close, a little close. I said, I can pick them up. And they said, okay, Sammy's got a birthday party till 3 o'clock, so come after that and you can pick them up. I'm like, okay, great. Which means that Samantha, so that's the 11th, Samantha's birthday is on the 12th. So I need to come up with, and Isabel's is the 26th. So I think I'm going to come up with a girls' shopping spree birthday extravaganza, maybe at the King of Prussia Mall. Maybe they're big enough to go to the King of Prussia Mall instead of Five Below. And I'll give them lots of notice because they're coming on Sunday and I'm going to be spending Sunday and Monday night with them. Give them lots of notice so that they can go out on their devices and look at the King of Prussia Mall and make a plan what they want to see. We'll have lunch. I don't know. Do we get mani-pedis? I don't know. We'll have to think about it for the birthdays and then come home and celebrate all 3 birthdays. Dappy's, Samantha's, and Isabel's when we get home. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what was going on yesterday. But anyway, so I'm like making this plan and thinking, wow. That was not, but it worked out very well. Which means I also know when we're going to go to Gettysburg. We're taking the girls to Gettysburg the week we have them. So I can start making some plans there. Oh, one thing I forgot to write down. So on Monday, well, people were staying over. I got a room for us and a room for Jason and Allison. And I had planned to get these rooms. And so I was telling, and my brother Tim was going to stay. And so he's going to stay in the same place. And I'm thinking, I better make a reservation. Now, I had picked this hotel because I have, there's a group of hotels, and like 10 different chains, and they're the choice hotels. And I had, at who knows when, signed up for their points program, right? And I never remembered, and I have never gone out to the points website, Choice Points website, to find out how many points I have and what I can do with them. I've never done that. But, so I was thinking, well, let me pick a choice hotel, and then, then I'll add my points, whatever. Someday I'll do something with them, maybe. And so I picked this hotel, which turned out to be the perfect location. It was like the closest nice hotel to all the activities that we're going to be doing. And so I told Tim, and he's going to be there. Anyway, so I came home Monday. I'm like, I need to book this hotel. I'm telling everybody I'm staying there, but I haven't made a reservation. So I did that on Monday night when I got home. I got a king-size room for me and Dennis and a room with 2 queen-size beds for Jason and Allison and the girls. And I did that on Monday, so good, that's taken care of, no problem. And then I was thinking yesterday, well, we're not going to probably have wine at our picnic after the service. But Tim and Shelly are going to be staying at our hotel, and Jason and Allison, and I'm like, everybody can come back to our hotel. I had told my cousin where we're going to stay, whether she books or not, I haven't heard. But I thought, we'd come back to the hotel and bring Dennis this wine, and we'll drink a toast to my dad and, talk and do the thing. And it'd be nice to, have a place to sit around. And then I thought, well, this hotel has suites. And they had a king-size suite that had like a separate living room. And so I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to spring for the extra cost to find out how much it is to upgrade to the suite so that we have a living room to hang out in, and it's more comfortable. So I called back, and I made this reservation by calling the hotel and booking it through the front desk. I didn't use any kind of a, Expedia or anything like that. So I called the desk and I said, I have this reservation for a king, and I'd like to know how much it would be to upgrade it to a suite. And I find your reservation. Okay, here we go. Oh, you're a choice member. I'll upgrade you for free. You've got the suite. Don't you worry. It's for free. I'm like, really? Thank you. I mean, it was the sweetest thing. Of course, we're on a Monday. It's probably the slowest day of the hotel. But anyway, I thought that was really sweet. And it, it wasn't like you can spend your points or anything like that. It was just free. So I have a suite for Monday. So we have a place to sit around and drink our wine and celebrate my dad. thought, wow, I got a value out of my choice, even though I've never figured out how many points I have or how to use them. So anyway, I thought that was very lovely. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with family and, you know, celebrating my dad. So anyway, today I think, besides watering, I think I might go clothes shopping. My whole new wardrobe thing that I was working on didn't work out. All the Japanese style things I ordered, they didn't all come, and none of them worked well. And I'm not ever ordering anything from an Instagram ad, or this might have been a Facebook ad. I don't know. Although my bras I love, and I got them from Instagram, so it hasn't been a total disaster. But anyway, I got into a conversation with my niece last night as part of my text conversations of like, are we wearing black? She asked me, and I'm like, I don't think, you know, we need to wear black. I don't know what I'm wearing. You know, you just need to wear something respectful. But I don't think people worry about wearing black or not too much, you know, in the middle of a hot summer. I said, and keep in mind, we're going to be doing a picnic afterwards. So, you know, when you're getting dressed. But I don't even know if Dennis has a jacket, like a suit jacket or anything. So I'm not going to worry about him. He has pants. He has a very nice short sleeve shirt. If he just wears that, it'll be fine. So anyway, so I'm thinking about going clothes shopping. I have not been in a store trying on clothes for a very long time. I did buy a couple shirts when I was in State College, but I just pulled them off the rack and said, oh, these are going to fit. So I think there's a clothing store near the grocery store that we need to go to. So I think I may just take the grocery list and go and see if I can find some nice summer slacks. And I'll get black if they have them. I have a black shell. And then I have a purple short-sleeved sweater that I made. It's a summer sweater. Vitamin D. It's the vitamin D sweater that I really like, and it's just a, you know, but it's purple. And I thought that will go over, because I know I'm going to be cold in the air conditioning. If I'm not, that's great. But, you know, because it's a sleeveless shell. And just wear black slacks and a sleeveless shell. And I recently threw away what I was calling my funeral shoes. Did I tell you that? That the black was just peeling off, and, you know, so I threw them away. I don't think I am going to, I'm not going to buy new shoes before the funeral, but I do have some appropriate sandals that will work. So anyway, I think I'm going to go clothes shopping. Whether I'm successful or not, I don't know. If I'm not, I can find something. It'll be fine. It's just a little bit of a splurge on my part. Because I did find a couple. I've been wearing my dresses the last couple days. And so I really do have plenty of clothes. So if I don't find any pants, it'll be fine. But if I do, it'll be nice. So that's my plan for my day. Water and go shopping. And that'll do it. Dennis has a plan for today. He wants to make French 75s. A French 75 is a cocktail. He's so funny. Like, he's not a cocktail guy, but it's a cocktail. It's essentially gin and lemon juice, which is and sweetener, which is my go-to cocktail, with some version either with mint in it or strawberry gin or something like that. That's what I've been drinking for a long time now. But it's lemon juice, sweetener, and gin, and topped up with champagne. That's a French 75. 76, 75 or 76, I'm not sure, one or the other. Anyway, he saw an article about it, or somebody mentioned it. He's like, oh, we should have one of those. So anyway, he's got the champagne and we have champagne. Got the champagne in the fridge. He pulled out the champagne glasses. He's like, I want to remember to do this. And I'm like, okay. Sounds good to me. I'm not arguing. So So that's on the agenda tonight. I have no idea what we're having for dinner. I don't think he has either, but we're having French 75s or 76. I'm not sure if it's 75 or 76. One idea. So that's the plan for today. Okay, so I'll ask you guys and let me know. Is it the current etiquette to send thank you notes to people who have sent sympathy cards? I have gotten a thank you note at least once for a sympathy card that I wrote. But I had written a little letter extolling the virtues of the loved one. I didn't just sort of say I'm really sorry and sign my name. I don't know. What's the etiquette? I'll ask you. Let me know. Should I be sending thank you notes for the sympathy cards I receive? I can do that. I'd like to know what you think. Meanwhile, I'm going to go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.